Good afternoon, bonjour. Thanks for coming to see my presentation. Let's put it, let's me framework my position, why I'm here and why I'm doing the presentation. Well, I'm here basically to present my technology, but at this stage, basically, it's too early for me to approach VCs and angels. Well, angels maybe, but VCs is a bit far away from me at this moment. I'm trying to attract your attention to this new technology because it's basically in everywhere. I guess everyone has a cell phone, and I think most of you guys have tried to take pictures with these cell phones at nights. You have, I don't know, have a party or something like that. But the problem with that is that they are bad. They suck at night. They don't take good pictures at night. So my name is Faisal Safi, and I'm CEO and founder of this technology called imaging. And here's my contacts. So basically, what's the pain I'm trying to address before I touch the market? This is the pain. The pain is mechanically described in here by this, these rotating engines. So basically, as we go with high resolution, we are looking for higher quality imagers. We are basically pushing the pixels to be smaller and smaller. And as we push the pixels to be smaller and smaller, unfortunately, we are hurting the quality of the image. We are making it worse and worse. Okay? So that's the pain. That's a technological problem. And we'll see how the dynamics of the market that shows this problem is coming in. And basically, in a conceptual way, the solution that I'm suggesting with this technology is to decouple this fact, which is an obvious result of high imaging resolution, to decouple it from the image quality, to address a niche market that is growing, that is low at imaging at higher resolution. This is basically the industry, the imaging industry evolution. It started in mid-90s to take more share from the previous CCD imaging technology, and it's growing. And at this point in time, we are looking for new architectures and new concepts, new technologies. And why is that? Because the current state-of-the-art front-side illumination technology is actually approaching a deadlock, a dead limit of 1.4 micron size of pixels. And for that, new technologies are needed, and the most competing technology so far in gaining grounds, we call it the backside illumination technology. This is just suggested last year. Actually, it's getting into production since last year, and is taking increasing market share. I'll show you that in a second. This is the big pie of the imaging technology market. The one I'm basically in is called the CMOS image sensors, and is currently evaluated at $7.2 billion, and it's growing. And the forecast of it is still growing. It's the main driving force of the whole semiconductor technology. Here's basically where the FSI technology and DSI technology are fighting each other, the battleground to take the market share. So as you can see, starting 2009, like the BSI, backside illumination technology, is eating away the market share of the front-side illumination technology, as you can see. And we are here in 2011, it's about 10%, the backside illumination technology. The demand is there. The demand is huge and it's there. And it's forecasted to take even increasing market share. The demand is there, and as I started with cell phones, the cell phones are the major driving force of this. And I think most of people I met, actually, they described that this is the major component of the camera, of the cell phone. And you can see, I mean, it's been seen times again in the wide population worldwide, that cell phone is the major communication tool, especially when we have trouble, democratic problems here and there. You can see Egypt recently, Syria, and even Chinese Even, I mean, it happened many, many times. And we need remote access to the information, and that's the best way to do that. So we have a great demand for that, but unfortunately, as I've shown here, the front-side illumination, which is the established technology for building CMOS image sensors, is basically losing grounds to this newcomer, and I believe they are looking for a savior technology, or they are looking for a solution to this technology. The drawback of the backside illumination technology is that it's a bit costly. It's about 20% extra. Okay, and the reason being is that they need 2 wafers to fabricate 1 wafer of cameras, of image sensors. Not only that, the processes also involved in that are not really obvious and costly too. The yield is also low. But yet, because the demand is there, the market or the customers are willing to pay the extra money. Just because the demand is there, and if we go high volume, the cost will be low. But still. Here is coming the technology I'm suggesting. So this is what I have suggested, conceptually. That's the only way to do it. BSI approached it, but in a costly way. What I'm saying is that, okay, guys at the FSI technology domain, don't be worried. We can develop your technology if we add our device that we call nanophoto sensors to you guys. We embedded it. Then you will have the same competitive advantage of the backside illumination, same quality, yet with your cost. But just we need to tweak your process a bit to build this camera, okay, based on our technology. And for that we have a model, a business model. And again, it's not only this domain, but this domain, the low light imaging and high resolution, is a very highly vibrant market segment, and it's growing. It's growing very fast. Security being one of the major areas. I'm sorry for the font, it's quite low, but these are the major competitors here, fabs and players. I'm terribly sorry about that, but I would have put it in a nice way. But anyways, what I would like to, this is basically summarized in a better way in here. Okay. The major big boys are here. The first one is Actina. Micron is spin-off of Micron technology, Micron Semiconductor, Boise-based company. Front-side illuminated technology, by all means, and it's losing grounds to Sony. Sony is the major player here, coming with the BSI technology and gaining grounds, and beating Actina big time. Here the market segment of this, or market share of Actina, they are about 15% of the market share in 2009, worth $632 million. And Sony is just below, and they are gaining. So these two guys are really neck to neck. So I imagine Actina, and Actina basically, as you guessed it, would be my first customer. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm planning to approach them quite soon, because they need this kind of solutions to beat the next competitor. And that's what takes me to the business model. You mentioned a very good point before, which is IP. Yes, this technology is IP protected. I'm selling IP, and I'm selling people. People will see them in the last page. And I'm looking just a piece of the big cake. Cake is so big. If I can get a piece of it and exit, that would be good for me. But I have a better idea to even move from, not to capitalize on that, but to move forward from that. Basically, at this time, looking for partners to develop this technology, mature it, to be sellable to the customer. So I'm looking to basically develop it with a small CMOS imaging company, or develop it with any CMOS fabrication facility. I've been in touch with one in Singapore, one in UK, 2 R&D foundries. Basically, they are interface between basically universities and the foundries to develop basically the technology, and that's what I'm selling. I'm selling a technology. I'm not selling a product as of now, because I'm very, very, very small in that chain. So I'm not going to compete with the titans. I'm planning to license it to them. But in the meantime, I'd like to develop basically the skills, the network, and build a company out of that. Why? Because down the road, I'd like to develop future technologies, which I'm very confident about that. My expertise in CMOS, and I believe there's great potential to this market to grow in many, many ways. Okay. And the exit strategy, as I mentioned, is to license it and to the big FSI-based Micron or Aptina, be one of them. This is the team. Basically, my friend and a good faculty researcher, Dr. Kafi Hassini, is a McMaster faculty member. He is expert in supply chain, and I'd like to get his expertise into developing the business and see what is the best way to set up the company in the long term and short term as well. And why not to introduce this technology to Saudi Arabia? Okay, we can start something. So he's the guy to help me to build the supply chain in that region. That region has no competitor. I mean, it's a vierge, and like to be a pioneer to build that. It's very tough, I can tell you. And Dr. Bokwi is a faculty member of the University of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. He's an expert in nail technology, nano-imprinting lithography technology. He's my advisor for nanofabrication. And myself, basically, which I'm taking care about both business and technology side. Thank you very much for your attention. So before I forget, obviously there is a drawback. There is no financial, milestones there. It was intentional. It wasn't missed by ignorance. It was intentional because I started something before, and I didn't want to waste time discussing it, because I'll be basically fooling you guys. So I'm building a new concrete one that will be appealing seriously to investors into my company, and I'm looking really aggressively into getting them. So the potential is there, and the plan is undergoing as we speak. I just talked to one of the partners, a UK-based company, to basically partner with me and to take it to the next stage. The next stage, basically building the commercial prototype. Now, the details are coming because they are supplying me with the numbers, and from there we'll bring it to the next stage, the final, full-fledged financial paper base. Thank you.
That's about my head, this one.
Yes, for me too a bit. I mean, this is pretty technical stuff, but I guess, from my perspective, would not necessarily come from an investor, or actually it would come at last from an investor's point of view, but from a consumer point of view, I don't think which is in the night, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people do. And so there is, it seems that there is a market demand for your product, whether it's people either need it or want it. And it seems that you can provide for both, or supply for both need and want, which is a pretty important thing, in a commercial venture. So as a consumer, I can see the benefits. From that point, well, of course, you actually go back all the steps, and you see, whoever I buy my phone or my equipment, or whoever, who would be the carrier of your technology, or the box of your technology, then it's my personal choice. So, for you, it's a matter of selling your product as a license, of course, to the right, other OEM, knowledge equipment manufacturers, to the right people, and of course not limit yourself to only one. You can probably distribute that technology to as many players as you want. Whether you should start with Aptina, correct?
Aptina.
Yeah. Whether you should start with them. Well, that's a possibility. If they're losing market traction, probably they're pretty desperate to look for something. But I would approach Sony at the same time, because you could probably convince them, if you're good at it and you seem to know your product well, that this might be for them one of the leap of faith that might jump them ahead of Aptina with one shot. So I wouldn't I would approach everybody with something.
I agree.
Don't never give a preference to somebody unless that person really can bring an enormous added value. But I don't see any of these guys bringing more added value than one to the other.
My approach actually to this is that basically depending on the need, the higher the need, the more the profit, or the more the opportunity will be. But it doesn't stop me to approach even those, the dominators of the interns. Why not? It'll be for them another competitor to shut down, or to endorse its technology and move it forward. Have a portfolio of solutions. Absolutely. But I was hesitating to go this path, and I was wrong, I guess. In the sense that, okay, they said, oh, we invested millions and millions of dollars into this technology, and they're coming and telling us that we were wrong. Oh, thank you very much. So that's what caused me to hesitate to approach them. But still, it's at the preliminary stage. I haven't yet approached them, but still I'm developing the strategy to approach them, because approaching the big guys is very risky business too. And you may lose, actually. They have millions of tricks to get you down in a way or another. So protection of the idea by IP is one strategy that started early. But approaching them, I have to think it very, very well. And I'm also getting the consultation and advice from people who were there in a similar situation like mine. So I'll be considering like all the parties, as you suggested, but in a wise way, so to not lose the competitive.
Can you just go back to the technology, both technologies? I'm a bit stupid, but.
Oh no, you are smart for sure.
No.
You mean here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another basic question.
Sure.
And I know nothing about technology, so
No problem.
please, sorry if I ask.
Oh, that's okay. Please. There's
When
no
you
stupid
say,
idea. I don't believe there's stupid idea.
when you were saying FSI versus BSI, okay?
Mhm.
I understand that new technology is BSI.
No, FSI.
It's FSI.
Is my competitor is BSI.
Okay.
Because they are offering similar competitive advantage like mine.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But I'm claiming I'm better than them in terms of cost. So
Then I have a question, because if you take BSI, now you see they increase their penetration of the market. Now, when you say 20% difference, this will change because learning curve is going down, or they have an increasing learning curve.
oh yeah, definitely.
So their cost will go down this time. So where I have a problem to understand is how, you'll be now.
But they will never reach the FSI baseline, because the problem
Are you
is.
sure?
Oh yeah, it's very. You know why? It's very simple to understand that actually. Let me show you.
This is where I have a.
Yeah. I will show you the technology, the technical part, and that's basically what explained it. Here.
Because of the two offers.
Absolutely. It's just simple math. You are using you are consuming more wafers than I do if I'm FSI. Okay. So by all means, even if
By
you
all
reduce,
means, they will never reach.
they will never reach FSI.
Okay. So this is some kind of physical barrier.
That's it. That's it. And technology is more expensive than the other. No matter how clever they can be, they can never really be cheaper than the others. That's.
So this is the bottom line. So
This is the bottom line. Yeah. If you look at the bottom line, that's the bottom line.
So you said you're a bit early. Okay, I understand that. But now talking as an investor, so what are you looking for? For early stage type of investment to allow you
Absolutely. Let me tell you, thanks very much for the question. It's a very, very smart question. No, seriously, because I'm looking for this kind of questions, because that's exactly my pain. You touch the pain. Thanks so much.
You suffer now.
Absolutely, man. And the first firm I approached to develop the technology was Silicon Valley based, and they shoot me with $1 million cost. That's it. They told me, okay, you want to develop this? Of course, I didn't share with them the IP, but I just say, grosso modo, this is what I'm looking for. So they said, okay, $1 million on the table, I will develop it for you. No worries. The next one came to me with an amount which is above the seed fund, which is the amount I have been awarded with. It's basically $250,000. So you can see what I'm getting into. So they offered me even more. And the other one, the last one was offering me, but you know, as a choking level, meaning I will not have room really left from the budget I'm having. And I don't have really room, technically speaking and factually. I should have presented that to you better. But anyways, I thought that.
That's too late now.
Yeah, it's fine, because that's not really the killer. The killer here is whether the technology is worth pursuing or not, and whether there's a potential. And I believe there's a potential. I've shown you. This is market research. This is a viable one. This is the latest market research report I got from this company, Yale Development. So it's something that is there actually. And
I'm sure that if you negotiate risk right with these type of people, you should be able to find a deal where they develop it for a low amount of money, but then in exchange you give them some shares
or some company also they said that we may share even the IP. Still, we are negotiating. As we speak, I'm interacting with these guys. As we speak, just last night, around 11 o'clock or so, I was talking to the UK guys. So it's cooking right now. So yeah. So there's many ways to break this problem. But if I get like an investment from you guys, if I persuade you, convince you already, $1 million will be something that is a good start. It's a good budget to start with to make together the component, ready for to put it on the table of Sony. This is Sony. We are getting your market share. So watch out. Absolutely. I mean, watch me. That's what.
Maybe watch the
No.
of time.
Or watch like Elliot Trudeau of Canada, when he has the problems in Quebec. He told them that I will solve the problem. It was in the 70s. They told him, just watch me, and indeed he solved it. And he's an icon of Canadian politics. So I think that.
Oh, yeah, the Trudeau of CBI technology.
I hope, yeah, I hope.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
You're the last.